Good morning, student. Today we are going to study balance sheet. Balance sheet we have already aware, but today we are going to study company balance sheet. I have taken one question. With the help of this question, we have to able to understand what and how to record share capital in the balance sheet. My dear student, when we have to prepare balance sheet, company balance sheet 2013, it means we have to prepare notes of account. So now let's see one example I have to see given here. One company, that is Palm Limited, was formed on 1st November 2015 with capital of rupees 12 lakh. Okay, 12 lakh is the capital which is divided into equity shares of 10 rupees each at premium of 2 rupees per share. It offered 1 lakh shares to the public. My dear student, in this question, the authorized capital is how much? 12 lakh. So you need to write here, authorized capital, how much? 12 lakh rupees. So you just write down 12 lakh rupees and underline with the 2 lines. So how to record 12 lakhs? Simple, that 1,20,000 equity shares at the rate of 100 rupees each. Okay, sorry, 10 rupees each. That is the authorized capital which is given in this question. Now, after completion of authorized capital, we have to calculate the issued capital. In issued capital, how much company has issued? 1 lakh equity shares. It means 1 lakh equity shares. You just multiply 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each. 10 each means that you have to record here 10 lakh. Okay, 10 lakh and make a double line. After issuing the share, company going to wait for a particular period of a time. In this particular period of a time, the subscription process is going on. So let's see what happened in this subscription process. The subscription process is mentioned here that 4 rupees is application and 6 rupees allotment including premium. The balance, that is 2 rupees. How to calculate 2 rupees? 4 rupees application, 6 rupees allotment. Okay, so here you can say that if the price of share is 10 rupees and 2 rupees is premium, that total amount is 12. So company is going to collect 4 rupees application, okay, 6 rupees allotment. How much amount left? 2 rupees. That is called balance. This balance is called after some period of time. So this balance is called money. Okay, this balance is called money. So my dear student, what will happen? In this question, company was not called till balance sheet. It means company is not going to call these 2 rupees. Okay, so what is the called up amount? What is the called up amount? The called up amount is 8 rupees only. The called up amount is 8 rupees only. So here the question arises that subscribed capital but not fully paid up. It means the company has already issued, public has already subscribed but not fully paid up. Why it is not fully paid up? Because the value of one share is equal to 10 rupees each. But company didn't call this 2 rupees balance. So that is why called up amount is how much? That is why called up amount is only 8 rupees. So you have to write down here 1 lakh equity shares called up 8 rupees. So what is the called up? 8 rupees. So you will write here that 8 lakh rupees is going to be called up by company till the preparation of the balance sheet. So how to calculate 8 rupees? In this question it is already mentioned that balance was not called till due date. So how do you calculate the balance? 6 plus 4, okay, 6 plus 4 minus 12, it is equal to 2 rupees. So what is the one? So it means the company will collect only 8 lakh rupees due to the 8 rupees called up. Total number of share is 1 lakh and each share called up is 8 rupees. But here you see one place that one shareholder 800 did not pay the allotment money. Did not pay the allotment money means one shareholder did not pay the allotment money. What is the allotment money here? What is the allotment money here? 6 rupees allotment money. It means that it is called cost in area. It is called cost in area. That should be subtracted. It means less. So 600 multiply 6, not 600, 800 multiply 6. That is called 4800 rupees. Okay, that should be minus. Okay, so how much amount is going to be? 7,95,200. 7,95,200. Now the question arises is what is the amount of reserve and surplus. Here you have to see in the notes of account I have prepared share capital notes. So in the notes of account I will put note number 1. So what is the value of note number 1? You will just put this value, that is called 7,95,200 rupees. 7,95,200 only. So now in this question you observe that one shareholder holding 1,000 equity share, one shareholder holding 1,000 equity shares paid advance money to the company at the allotment. It means whatever the balance amount, that is 2 rupees, already paid in advance at the time of the allotment. My dear students, it is called calls in advance. So calls in advance, you will write here calls in advance is liability for company. So what is the calls in advance? You just find out 1,000 multiply 2 rupees. Okay, because he already paid 2 rupees which company didn't ask. Okay, so you will just write down 2,000. Okay, so now reserve and surplus. So what is the note number? You put down the note number 3, okay, and put the amount 2,000 here. That is called other current liabilities. Okay, my dear student, just a minute, I am going to erase here other current liabilities. You write down the subheads under the current liability other current liabilities, that is 2000 rupees, which is calls in advance. How do you get calls in advance? One shareholder holding 1000 share paid the balance with allotment. It means he paid all amount at the time of allotment. That is the current liability. You mention here other current liabilities in the main heads. That is called current liability. Now, what is the reserve and surplus? My dear student, reserve and surplus, you will see the share issued at premium of 2 rupees. The share issued at premium of 2 rupees. It means premiums comes under reserve and surplus. So you will write that securities premium, okay, 1 lakh shares multiply 2, that is 2 lakh rupees. Okay, you will just write down 2 lakh rupees and put it here. Note number 2, that is 2 lakh rupees is reserved for surplus, but you have to mention here what is the subhead. You just write security premium, and this amount will be going to show in the here 2 lakh rupees. Now, my dear student, what do you learn today? You learn today how to write all this amount in the balance sheet. The rule of balance sheet is that whatever the question given you have, you just prepare the notes of account. Notes of account means first you have to see here in the notes of account, note to account number 3, we prepare share capital. It means there is 3 subheads you have to see: authorized capital, issued capital, subscribed capital. Subscribed but not fully paid up. What is this? I will explain. You just make these sequences, otherwise it will be going to be incorrect. Authorized capital you will write first, issued capital you write second, subscribed capital you write. So according to the question, you will find out what is the subscribed capital is given in the question. You will just write down number of the equity shares and multiply, that is 12 lakh rupees. Issued capital, that is 1 lakh share out of 1,20,000 shares. 1 lakh equity share is going to be issued to the public at the rate of 10 rupees each. Okay, no issue. Now come to the subscription process. Subscription process comes under subscribed but not fully paid up. It means that company not asked whole amount 10 rupees, companies asked only 8 rupees per share. It means the called up amount of this share is only 8 rupees. You have to multiply 1 lakh multiply 8, that is 8 lakh rupees. Less calls in arrear. Why calls in arrear here? Calls in arrear means one shareholder unable to pay the, what amount? Allotment amount. It means one shareholder didn't pay the allotment money. So you just multiply 800 into 6, that is 4800, and you deduct it from. So you can say that company collect 7,95,200 rupees in the form of cash or bank. So this amount is going to be shown in share capital, say 7,95,200 here. Not write this amount, this amount. This is the actual amount which company collected in the bank account. So you have to show the share capital 6,95,200. But in this process, you observe the company issued these shares at premium of rupees 2. The premium is, it is the reserves and surplus. Premium is capital income. So you have to show here another main heads, reserve and surplus. Under this subhead, security premium reserve, you have already know company issued 1 lakh equity shares. So at the rate of 2 rupees per share premium, it means 2 rupees per share, that is called premium amount. You just multiply 2 lakh rupees. So this 2 lakh rupees you are going to mention in the heads of reserve and surplus, that is security premium reserve, in 2 lakh rupees. Now one shareholder that made the advance payment during this process, that is called calls in advance. So 1000 multiplied into 2, that is 2000. It comes under other current liabilities, that is a subheads. You mention in the balance sheet. How do you mention? You just write down current liabilities, and next you have to write other current liabilities 2000. My dear student, it is an extract of balance sheet. It is not a complete balance sheet. You will understand with the help of different extract this question fully based on issued, authorized and subscribed capital. So you just make the practice whatever you have in the question. So okay, thank you my dear student.